It's interesting to me, Craig, how little people want to talk about budget, or even do they understand it before they retire.
It's a four-letter word, Wayne. I mean, that is reality. Budget is critical. In our financial plan, it is the foundation of what we're building all of our hopes, goals, and dreams around. If we don't know what we're spending today, that is going to be the first step. That is critical. Another issue that comes up with clients as we get closer and closer to our goals is something I call lifestyle creep. Kids are out of the house. The college, tuition is taken care of. We've got a little extra cash flow every month. Maybe we've gotten raises in our profession. Extra money makes it to our bank account, and it doesn't have a plan. It doesn't have a purpose. It doesn't have something that's allocated to. Pretty quick, within 6 months, that's been absorbed into our lifestyle. We just spend a little bit more. We tend to make decisions off of the cash balances in our checking account. And if we're not careful, what we built a plan around for 10, 15 years getting ready to retirement, we get there, we got exactly what we want at, let's say, $4,000 a month as our quote budget, as our desire. Now we're spending $5,000 because we hadn't been intentional with those extra dollars that came in.
Which means we need 25% more.
And we hadn't been planning for it for 10 to 15 years, so it's a huge problem.
Well, and the other thing that I think maybe your clients aren't, that I see is people really aren't realistic about what they need when they retire.
Absolutely not.
It amazes me how much we have to work to help them get there.
Yeah, absolutely. The idea of the quote, man off the street, you ask them what their budget is, they miss probably a third of their monthly expenses in that process. Our clients aren't so different from that man off the street. It's easy to discount the one-off things here and there, but they're recurring. They add up every year. It may be different from one year to another, but they're part of our lifestyle.
They've just never paid attention to where the cash is going. And it's the important part of the budget, of the cash flow, is that's the fluid that's going to make
it's our lifestyle. I mean, at the end of the day, that monthly flow is our lifestyle. Social Security, as much as we may poo-poo it, it'll be there. It'll be the foundation of our plan. But how are we going to add on top of that? The conversation around wants versus needs, it's an ongoing debate of what is a want and what is a need. But if we're intentional with our funds, if we're intentional with the day-to-day, give things a purpose. Every dollar that comes in, assign it to an area. The mental capacity gets broadened, right? We don't have to worry about the risk. We don't have to worry about the stress of making bills on a month-to-month basis. We know why we're doing what we're doing. Things are intentional, things are purposeful, and things flow.
And a key part of the budget is people think the budget affects today.
Right.
But it really affects, it affects long-term more than it affects today.
Agreed.
It's significant. And
no one wants to have us call them up and say, hey, you got to cut your spending by 25% to make ends meet because we've spent everything you got. Right. That's not what they're looking for. So let's understand what it really costs to run your household. What is that burn rate? If we're specific on it, we can make better decisions. We can make better decisions around housing, where we live, the idea of how much we need to be saving for retirement. All of those trade-offs make so much more sense.